Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Starter from the Bottom here with Peterborough. Trying to get the name. Peterborough. Yes. Trying to channel my inner Englishman that I never had. Anyway. So today we take on Crewe in the league and Cheltenham in the Checker Trade Trophy. Figured I'd show you at least a few games of that because for a League 2 team it's a fairly important competition if I'm being completely honest. In terms of transfers, there has been some dealings. Let's see. So, have you seen? Let's see. You saw him. So you haven't seen Oliver Turton. He's a right back. He's quite good. Plays a lot. If I say plays a lot, I mean he comes off the bench a lot. Yeah, pretty much. And we've also signed a left back because our fullbacks are terrible. This guy actually does play. Decent player. Decent determination, a little bit of potential, only 22. Turton is 26. I don't think we've sold anybody as far as I can remember. No, we have not. And we are trying to bring in Ashley Fletcher, who is in the West Ham under-23s. Just an advance forward because we really need somebody who can score goals. Of course, talking about scoring goals, in some games it's been an issue, some games not so much. We lost to MK Dons despite dominating the game and taking the lead. I guess it just wasn't to be. Beat Plymouth 2-0, lost to Rochdale 2-0, and then beat Mansfield 3-1. Connor O'Grady actually scoring there as well, interestingly enough, and Brad Inman. So, I mean, it's been okay. We started off the season in second, 9 points through 4 games, so not bad. It's been a fairly low-scoring season, fortunately, so we're still fairly far up the table. Still $7.19 million left to spend. Very small wage budget, though, so that'll probably go into the wage budget for... chances are there, so let's just go ahead and get into this, I guess. That's the team for today. Mayer's back. Mendez is playing out on the right, funny enough. We just don't have any players up there, really. Midfield's the midfield. Chettle and Cash. Yeah, that works. They're not bad. And then our defense is actually the best part of our team, really. Especially with Connor O'Grady being there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Our goal is to not concede goals. We're playing on the control system today. Where are Crewe? Actually, we might not. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea, actually. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Our counter-attacking system is actually really solid. Alright. So, basically, the whole thing here is just don't concede. A draw is okay. Because they are quite a good team this year, apparently. You have to assume being in third so early on. 8 points from 4 they had, so that's not bad. I say not bad. I mean, that would, if you average that for the rest of the season, you'll win the league pretty much. So they do have a corner here that they might just score off of. Smith actually makes the save. And so far, we haven't actually had a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the counter-attacking system. Just because I feel like they're kind of have control of this game for the most part, considering they've held us without a shot for 10 minutes or so. In fact, we might actually go on the attack here just as I change it, and the change hasn't actually gone into effect yet. So, if we do score, I'll change it back, definitely. Garrett now down the left, passes to Cash, Chettle, and Drew. Mendez scores. Yeah, okay, let's just cancel those changes. There we go. Joseph Mendez. Where's he from anyway? Is he English? I need to know how to pronounce his name. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce his name in that case. I hardly even know how to pronounce the country he's from. Yeah, it came off the keeper. Still a good finish though. Good goal. That is 1-0. And that does actually put us top of the league as well, which I'm hoping we stay there for quite some time. They do have a free kick here, which we do clear away. Chettle now. McBurney, our striker, tries to... I think he just cleared that, actually. I hope that wasn't a pass for his sake. They play the ball forward, but Garrett does collect and gives it to McGahey, who clears it forward to Mayer. Almost won the header, and we don't have the ball anymore. I was about to say we kept possession there, but Finney now shoots. Smith saves comfortably. I think I actually am going to go to counter because I just don't feel like we're really in this game for some reason. I think we just got lucky and grabbed a goal. Well, not much going on at the minute. Time just slowly ticking away in this first half. Still top of the league. Bury are actually just behind us. We do have a free kick here. Mayer scores. I think that took a huge deflection. I don't know why the keeper would have dived off that way if it didn't. That wall's so funny looking. Yeah, he actually came forward and blocked it for the short guy. I think it probably would have been saved if he hadn't tried that. Of course, I'm saying the other guy's short. That guy might just be huge. Kind of looked it. Performance has been good. Yes. Crew's still having the more shots in this game. We've had more on target. In fact, 100% of our shots have been on target. Possession numbers have slowly dropped, though, obviously changing from control to counter. We do have a corner here that Kirk is now on. Kirk to Jones, whips it in for Ung. I remember him. Mayer to McBurney now. We could counterattack here. McBurney back to Mayer. Mayer dribbling through, shoots, and he pulls that badly wide. We now have a corner. Mayer whips it in. McBurney picks it up. I'm struggling to talk to him. Mendes and Andreu hits the crossbar. I do believe. Crossbar post. Hard to tell. Anyway, we look dangerous here. And McBurney somehow picks up a yellow card. Striker. Yellow card. Yeah, okay. I would love it if this game stays this slow. That would be great. Tyler Garrett also picks up a yellow. I hope our center backs don't pick up yellows, because they both already have 2 yellow cards on the season, so. Okay, let's just go and yank some people off the pitch. Inman can come on for Mendes. And, oh jeez, we have way too many midfielders. Jack Thomas can come on. See, they can play all over the place, so that's the thing. Like, this guy can play right back. He can play right back. He can play on the left, and he's just our ball-winning midfielder, our backup ball-winning. And this guy can play striker, so they're kind of all over the shop, really. And, oh, jeez. Take off Tyler Garrett for Turton. John Joe Kenny really doesn't play. Honestly, he's just kind of there. He's got good potential, but he's not quite there yet. In fact, I'm actually going to bring him on just because I feel kind of bad for him. There we go. That works. Do we not have a backup goalkeeper? I just noticed that. I should fix that, shouldn't I? Hope the goalkeeper doesn't get injured or sent off, because then we're going to have to do a Chelsea and put John Terry in goal. Anyway, we come out 2-0 victors in that game, which is a really good result. That's a great win, actually. Let me just check on that backup. As you can see, the transfer window closes soon, so we need to get that Fletcher deal done now. He might make an appearance in the next game, actually. I already have everything finalized, so... yeah, let's take a look at our squad depth. No, we do have another goalkeeper. He just isn't on the bench, which is interesting. Well, anyway, I'll sort that out later. I will see you in the next game against Cheltenham. Alright, so thanks to the wonderful power of editing, you didn't see any of that, but it took about 20 minutes for me to get through all of that, and it was 2 days. Anyway, I guess you'll see why in a minute here. It was a very busy deadline day. We brought in some players. We brought in Ryan Niemi from Blackburn, who's quite a good player. Can play right back and center back. He's just good. And especially since, you know, we have pretty much 2 center backs at the club. And one of them's on loan. I have 3, technically. So... and one of them's here on loan. So, and then panic buy because the board decided they wanted to sell Kieran Freeman. We brought in Mads Jensen as a backup fullback. He can play all the way down the left, which is kind of why I signed him. He's not very good, but he'll do if we need him, basically. And we also brought in Ashley Fletcher to play up top. I already told you about him. In terms of fees, 900k for Niambi, 10k for Jensen, and 325k for Fletcher, which was a steal. Because he was valued at like 700 and something k. I guess it's because he was at West Ham. Anyway, team for today includes 2 of the new signees. Jensen doesn't actually make the bench. But Smith in goal, Garrett, McGahey, O'Grady, and Niambi across the back line, Cash and Chettle in the midfield, Andreu at center attacking mid, Mayer and Mendez out wide, and Fletcher up top. Let's go ahead and get into this. Squad numbers, let's see what the game decides to give him. 12 and 20. Do we have anything better? We have 7. 7 works, and then I like 12 for Niambi. Well, do I? 2's available. 2's a better number. There we go. It's rare I change people's numbers, but that time necessary. Okay. So this should be a good game. Cheltenham are in League 2 and dead bottom of it at that. So that's why I haven't seen them at all. It's because they got relegated last season, I assume, when Gateshead came up. They got relegated season before last when Gateshead came up, and yeah, and they weren't in this league last year, so they were trying to come forward, but that doesn't appear that it's going to happen. So Garrett to Mayer, back to Garrett, Andreu, Chettle now. Chettle can shoot here, he does, and it's just wide, and it was really kind of a bad shot. I don't know, I'm trying to talk that up a lot more than it was. The West Ham under-23s are actually in this group, so technically we took Ashley Fletcher away from his, we kind of took him from a rival there, if you think about it. And now Cheltenham are actually coming forward here, and they put the ball in and score. Our goalkeeper is terrible. Billy Waters, eh? Yeah, our goalkeeper's really bad. Can't protect this near post ever. That's something that might be worth knowing. I mean, we're so much better than these guys. We might as well just go into attacking. I think that might work out better. We'll see what happens. And our defense is so good, just our goalkeeper's so bad. Not much we can do about it, really. Now we have a chance to come over here. Mayer back to Garrett. Garrett to Cash. Cash to Mayer. Back out wide to Garrett. He can whip it in here and does, but the Cheltenham defender gets in the way. McGalley picks it up, though. Cash back to Mayer. We like this left-hand side. Chettle now. It's a Mendez, and he can't score either. He's not really supposed to be a winger, so understandable. Nothing's going to happen from this corner, so I'll just cover it up. He is actually a striker, so yeah, I mean, he's good at cutting in, though. Takes a lot of shots, scores some goals. But we could use a goal here. We've been the better team. And as they come forward again down that same side that they just scored from, I don't like it. Waters now. Lazarus, Spencer, Smith. What did he do? And what did they do? That ball must have been all over the place. Anyway. We have them pinned in their own half here, but they look like they're going to be able to break out. Cash actually picks it up with a good tackle. Garrett to Chettle now. I think I'm saying his name right. And Chettle shoots, and I don't know what that was. That was brilliant. That was not brilliant, and that did not deserve a goal. He should have passed the dang thing. Team's really tired, too. That might have something to do with it, apart from Fletcher. Fletcher's in good shape. He needs to score. Of course, he did just arrive yesterday, and we chucked him into the team. So there's that. But yeah, that was bad. I don't care who's on the pitch. That was bad. But second half's underway. Hopefully we can put in a better performance. I mean, to be fair, we did have 9 shots to their 3. So, I mean, based off that logic, it should be 3-1 right now. So, I guess I shouldn't be all that concerned. I think a draw would be okay here, though. We do need to make some subs, though. Definitely. I don't want to take off O'Grady, but Cash has been good as well. Well, no, we can't actually take off O'Grady. Well, we can put Niambi at center back. Now, that's something I'm not all that worried about. Bring on Turton at right back. Yeah, Matty Cash has made some really good tackles today, though, so. We'll leave him in for the time being. He'll probably come off at the next chance, though. I like to make my subs, if you don't know, on 60, 70, and 80. I feel that it kind of works just because we don't get an injury in, you know, the last 20 minutes after I've already made the last sub or anything. So now cash will come off for... I don't even know. Bendicic, maybe? I mean, if it's Bendicic, you'd hope he could bend something into the top corner right about now. That would be nice. Okay, we need to go something other. I don't think we do, though. We've had so many shots. I think I'm just going to try to encourage the players, really. I mean, because we've been good today. That's the bad part. Smith takes a goal kick now. Mendez could win that. He didn't win it, but Fletcher picked it up and gets tackled. Great. McGahee wins that, though. Andreu now. Chettle back to Andreu. Mayer. Mayer can whip it in here. He does. Fletcher scores. I think that's an own goal, really. Nope, that goes down as his goal. That's a good goal. I'll give it to him. It kind of went off the keeper a little bit. Had a little bit of help, but nothing wrong with that. Actually, the cross it wasn't even a cross. And well, to be fair, that was higher than it looked. That was actually just a really good shot. And the keeper didn't have much of a chance at it other than just to push it onto his post. We're going to make the last sub. Chettle can come off. We'll bring on Jack Thomas. We could go on and get another one, I guess, if we really feel like it. I mean, we've had 16 shots. I would almost expect us to get another one. But we don't like the score much. Our attacking lineup is not that good, really. But this is bottom of the league, Cheltenham. I mean, we should really be winning, but I'm not all that concerned. Cup competitions are a completely different animal than the league, really. So, 1-1's not bad. Especially, oh, it goes to penalties? Ooh. Well, I was unaware. Well, I guess we get a penalty shootout. Andreu first to take then. And misses. Okay, good start, lads. If we lose this, I swear. Well, we need a goalkeeper that we don't have. Actually, he does save, to be fair, so. Good save. 2 misses to start off. That's rare in FM. Fletcher now scores. That's a great penalty. In fact, we should probably put this into 3D. No. Which one is it? Director? Is that what I use? Director, yeah. Director. There we go. That's better. Now that guy, Lazarus, scores. Bottom corner. Good pen. Usually it would be way more intense one of these, but I'm just not all that concerned. Mayer now steps up to take and also scores. I still want to win this, though. We could use a save here from Smith, who's captain at the minute. Wearing the armband. Lock now. Scores off the underside of the post. Okay then, mate. I love how the table's alive. That's funny. Benedict scores. That's so funny how the league table keeps changing. Wait, we only get a point for this? Or we get 2 points? That's messed up. That's really messed up. Okay. Well, anyway, Turton now scores top corner. Good pen. Thought it was going to get saved there for a minute, but no. Brindley now also scores. Sudden death it is now. Thomas scores. That's a terrible penalty, but the keeper got out of the way. Just hit my cord again. I'm really bad about that. Anyway, Kimball. We could use a save here. Oh, he doesn't do it. I hate penalty shootouts. McGahee now, we're onto our center backs. He scores somehow. I mean, it was a really good pin, really. Said the word really way too much in that sentence. Hale now. Oh, I thought he was going to save it. We really should have won this game in full time, in regular time, full time. I guess that makes sense. Mendez saved. He's a striker. Anyway, Jones to win it, and he does. God's sake. I guess it didn't really matter, and they did play good. I mean, there were some positives. That was just unlucky, really. We still got a point out of it. I guess that's how that works. Anyway, I mean, it's not that bad, really. Mendez, how bad are his penalties? I'm blind. Penalty take. I mean, he's got a 9. That's not that bad. And he's a striker. He should be able to score. Fletcher made his debut and scored. Yeah, that's great. Anyway. So, as promised, the next game we do will be Cambridge in the FA Cup. So that ought to be a good one. We still don't know who we have in the FA Cup, obviously, because qualifying rounds are still going on. So if you have enjoyed, please do leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new and want to see more. And please do leave comments on the video about my new editing techniques, because I just got this fancy new editing software that was free, but it's nice. If anybody wants to know what that is, just ask, because I'll definitely forget to put it in the description. So I'll see you next time.